Hi people. The series is following the Duttons, who own the biggest ranch in the US. As we all know, with great power comes not only great responsibility, but also great enemies. Duttons are also heavily suffering from this problem since episode 1 of the series and couldn't take a break from fighting for their family, honor, and wealth. Nevertheless, the enemies of the show often shift as we deal with different ones each season. In the first season, we had some enemies that seemed to be the worst of their kind. However, in Season 2, Duttons cooperated with them in order to fight against a completely different enemy. Season 3, on the other hand, witnessed the rise of a completely different enemy among others, Jamie Dutton and his biological father. It's always disturbing to see betrayals within the family. And yet, Jamie's betrayal wasn't a surprise to most of us, as he was already a character that was filled with red flags. He had issues with almost all members of the family, even before he learned that he was adopted. For instance, he has a terrible relationship with Beth because he caused her to ruin her chance of becoming a mother by leading her to an unhealthy abortion. The child was Rip's, and even though she didn't want it at first, Beth was always wanting to become a mother one day. In other words, if she was informed on the risks of the procedure, she wouldn't have done that. Unfortunately, Jamie misled her and didn't give her the necessary information that he had about the procedure. This incident caused the two to have a horrible relationship, despite being siblings. Naturally, since he is the lover of Beth, Rip was also not exactly a fan of Jamie. In fact, nobody is a fan of Jamie, but that's the topic of another video. Jamie's problematic attitudes became even more alarming after he learned that he is adopted. His anger towards John and the others in the family escalated, to the point of possibly causing him to attempt on murdering them. At this point, we also have to mention Jamie's biological father, Garrett Randall. Randall has no shame in encouraging Jamie to act against the family that raised him. In fact, in Season 3, he openly suggested that the only way to get rid of the Duttons is to kill them. Since we saw 3 of the Duttons being deadly attacked in the Season 3 finale, we believe Jamie decided to follow Garrett's advice and ambushed his family. Of course, this also means that a bitter future is expecting Jamie. Based on the trailer and hints on the episode, we know that Rip will start a revenge move against the attackers of the Duttons, and it will be a highly bloody process. In our opinion, since the Season 3 finale of the series increased the bar so high in terms of having shocking endings, Season 4 will struggle in topping that. However, there might be one way to have an even more legendary ending than the Season 3 finale. If Rip's revenge journey ends up with him killing Jamie, that would be an epic finale for the season, as we would feel satisfied by seeing Jamie getting what he deserves for causing John, Casey, and Beth to be heavily injured. What do you think of Jamie? Do you like the character? Do you think he can survive his fight against Rip? Do you think he should be held accountable for what he has done? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.